welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing the game RivenWorld, and what I'm doing here is playing during their test open weekend. It's their test demo build. It's got all the latest and greatest updates that they've added to the game, and I'm going to go over those items right now. So let's first go over to the wooden bench, the workbench, one of the first things that you make in the game. And you'll notice that they've added, well, there's some items here you'll see from before, but now they've added fencing, wooden fencing you can make, and there's recipes and what you need. You need items to make these. The recipes are different for each fence, especially the defensive fences. So they've added all this fence, the fencing, the fence door, some tall fencing. Now they also added the small watchtower and the large watchtower. And we'll go outside. I'll show you what the small... Oh, actually, I think I've got a large one built too. We'll be able to look at that. They got the wooden bed, the wooden chair, the wooden table, this oil lamp. Those run by the oil. The masonry bench, we're going to look at that bench in a minute, but you can make it here on this bench. The furnace, the forge, the spinning wheel, the wooden blocks for building your home or your castle into this, wooden block stairs. You got some thatched. You can make thatched buildings if you want in this game. So you've got thatch blocks and you got clay block. So this is what you'll find under the workbench. Now, under the workbench, you can make the mason bench, which is this bench that I'm facing right here. And sometimes I got to hit at the right angle. So once you make the mason bench, you'll have access to the stone pickaxe at that time. And then you'll have access to make stone blocks. So if you want to make your building or your structure or your base out of stone blocks, you can do that. So you've got the regular crafting table and the mason table. Now we'll go over to the furnace. This here is the large, this one here is the large tower you can build. I just put it inside this building as just a place to go up. I took over this building during this demo test phase. I just went to the town, the starter town, and just built around an existing building. Like this building here is an existing building, and the town itself has a bunch of existing buildings. If the NPC add-on is not in the game, you can claim this land. If the NPCs are occupying these buildings, this land can't be claimed. So during this demo test phase, there's no NPCs in the world. So I was able to claim this building and just build stuff. Everything you see, I was able to build. All right. So let's go to the, so if you make the furnace, now the furnace is, okay, this is the furnace. The furnace is made on the workbench that we looked at before. So under the furnace, these are the different things you can make. You can make the anvil, the iron spade, the iron axe, the iron pickaxe, basically the iron tools, 2 types of iron weapons, the iron, obviously this, okay, then the steel axe, the steel pickaxe, then the steel weapons. So they don't give us numbers of what these are going to do for you when you go to make them, but you'll notice a difference, especially in the tools, as you move from stone to iron to steel. Now, steel was not that hard to make because there's not a lot of people on the server basically fighting over the nodes. So I found plenty of mats from the nodes, mining the nodes, so I was able to make basically the steel items pretty easily. Now this is the forge in the game. The forge allows you to make the iron bars, the gold bars, the steel bars, iron blocks, and gold blocks. Now the iron blocks right now is, you can make these and actually make your house out of iron blocks if that's what you want to do. And it's the most durable block in the game right now. As for the steel bar, you'll see there, you'll need oil, you'll need a copper ore, and you'll need iron ore to make steel in this game. And you'll find those out and about in the in the world. Okay, so let's go over to the anvil. So the anvil allows you to make any and all of these items. And again, there's no stats on these items yet, but you can make them, you can put them on, you can wear them. They got from simple iron clothing to medium iron clothing to heavy iron clothing to steel plate boots. I went right to the steel. I made all my stuff out of steel right off the bat. That's what I'm wearing right now, is all steel. Only because the nodes were easy for me to get. I could get the steel bars quite easily made. All right, so now we've got the, what is it? The spinning wheel, I guess is what it is. So under the spinning wheel, you're gonna need to make this roll of fabric. This isn't gonna be important. It's needed for a few items in the game. It's obviously needed for making any cloth gear that you wanna make. So you go out and you get the plant fiber and you make the roll of fabric. So I've got a roll of fabric already in the output that I was making. And I think if I go to this chest here, no, this is just my throwaway chest. Okay, I think it might be this, oh, that's the same chest. That's a problem with putting the chests close together like that. Oh, I just opened the same chest again. Let me see if I can do another whammy here. Okay, that's that chest. All right, so this is the one I thought I was gonna be looking at. I'm gonna actually just put some on my stony. I just do I got overflow chests, and these are the chests over here that I primarily use to make my stuff. This is where I put the bolt of stuff. So you'll see I've got 64 steel bars, 64 iron bars, some more iron bars, some more steel bars, and some backup items in case my items break. Now in the game, the items will take durability loss. There's no repair function in the game, so anytime you break a tool, you'll have to come over and make you another set of tools, or just have backup tools, make a couple extra sets. And what I was doing was just leaving it in the hopper, the output hopper. So I because what I can do here is, let me just go to, I just need the, okay, let me just show you here real quick. So just need the steel bar, right? I don't think I've got the iron ore, so I don't have the iron ore that I would need to make steel. Actually, I don't think I do. Let me just bring that over. And I know I need plant fiber. All right, so let's see what I'm missing here. I want to make, oh no, I guess I got it all. I just don't remember all recipes. So you need the planks, you need the plant fiber, and you need the steel bar to make the steel pickaxe. And I really want a steel axe. So I'll turn the furnace on and I'll say, craft me one of those. Then I'll go to the steel pickaxe and I'll tell it to craft me one of those. So there you go. And then they go into the output there. And then once I've made them, I just shut the furnace off. Come on. There you go. And then I just leave it in the output hopper. So I know I can come to this furnace and just grab those when I need them. So they added quite a bit to the game. These are the outdoor, the small outdoor towers. I say outdoor, you can put them indoors, but I think they're designed to be outside. I put this large one in here because I just thought it looked neat, and it kind of worked out with the level of the floor. I can't jump over this though. See that? I can't jump over it, but I can hit it at this. Whoop, I can hit it. Whoop. Oh, now I'm gonna be stuck. No, okay. I can hit it at the angle coming down. There you go, to get up here. And up here, I just put my bed up here. I built this floor. This is the fencing that they let you make in the game. I put this this third floor up here just so I can just jump on the chandelier. Oh, missed it. But I can go up there and jump on the chandelier. The other thing I did with this building is I built this outside decking. This is a small tower you can build. I don't think you can jump over these either. So you can't jump out of the tower. So there's only one way off the tower is basically go down the stairs. And I just built this this bridge here to get over to this building. And I've just been playing around with the building aspects of the game. Just making sure everything seems to be working right. And then what I did is I built this ramp here so I could get up into the top of the church. So any building that you see in the world, you can take over as your own building. And how they have it now in the game is you just put the land claim tokens down. I needed basically 4 land claim tokens. I had to put one in each corner of the inner building here. In each corner I placed one. So I've got a 4x4 section of that I own. So basically 4 blocks is what I own. Now if I go over to the land claim system, and sometimes it's glitchy depending how close. I think I was having problems interfacing with that one. I think I might have to pick it up and move it. No, I think what it was is I think the system glitched a little bit ago, and he just told me, the developer told me that they were going to be doing a patch update for the items that we found. So more or less, you would go to one of these shrines and you would pay your taxes. I wanted to tell you what I've been paying my taxes. I've been using leaves and dung to pay my taxes. So you can forage anywhere on the ground. So basically what I've been doing is giving everything that is worthless, like stone blocks and feces that you find on the ground. That's what I've been paying my taxes with. Now, when you go to your trees, before you chop your tree down, just forage it first to get sticks and fruit, and a lot of times you'll get leaves. And that's the other thing that I feed my taxes is with leaves. So when I pay my taxes in this game, I never give the king anything that's worth anything. I fill that hopper, my taxes, full of leaves and feces that I find on the ground. Everything and anything that's basically doesn't have a reason for in the game, and leaves being one of them, is what I've been paying my taxes with. So the upkeep of paying my upkeep, let me just see. I'm going to try it one more time here. I do think it's glitched only because they're working on that. So basically what I would do is I'd pull these leaves. I don't know about buttercup flowers at this time, but all the flowers. But this is what I love giving the king. I'll just slap feces in the tax thing, and I get credit for it. So I have yet to really pay my taxes with anything that is worth anything to me. I actually deliberately go out and forage for feces, and I feed that tax system with feces, because that's what Tarkus does. Well, that's it, guys. It's been a good demo test phase weekend. There's a few people on the server that are building. I'm building a graveyard right here next to the church. I'll be building this probably today. I'll put some gravestones in there. I do have another player who's built behind here. I just noticed him today. These are the plant fibers that you can get. They're quick to get. Right now there's no energy cost. That's the other thing you'll notice in the game now, that there's energy costs for everything. So you'll see my energy meter, it's recovering over there in the lower right hand corner. But once I go to hit a tree, I use energy to do it. And because I've got a few levels under my belt for tree chopping, it's not as devastating. But it'll get to a point where I won't have energy and I won't be able to swing the... So I'm exhausted right now. You can hear me sucking wind in the game. Hopefully the game sound is high enough for you guys to hear it. So it's taking me forever to chop this tree down because I'm basically exhausted. So I have to wait for my energy. Now everything is like that in this game now. Everything that you interact with is going to take a little bit of energy, or it should be taking a little bit of energy. And then right now you can still run with no energy, and I believe they'll be fixing that. That is just, right. See, I got no energy right now, but I'm still running. So they'll be fixing that. That should not be a problem to fix. So this is my neighbor that's behind me here. He shut his door. Yeah, I can't get in there. Basically, he built this box house out of multiple materials. Look at that. He used dirt blocks for those, wood blocks and stone blocks. But then early this morning, I saw him running over here, and I noticed he was building something over here. And basically, what he did is he built a one-lane bridge to get across the this river. There's a river that splits the town from the mainland, and it's all sheer cliffs. So there's a bridge down there by the town. You can see it through the trees a little bit. There's a bridge, and so normally you have to go across that bridge to get to the mainland. Well, what he ended up doing was he just built this bridge across here to get to the other side. Now, the key thing to note with this game is if the land is not claimed, objects will deteriorate in the world. So because if the full mechanics were running, this bridge would slowly start to get gobbled up by the world. It might take a week, it might take a few days, but unless it's repaired, it will eventually go away. Unless he builds another width to it, and then put claim nodes down the length of it, and then this way the bridge would just be part of his tax upkeep, and the bridge would stay. Now on the other side, he also built planks to get all the way up to the top and to get to that other side. So the game allows for in-depth building of stuff. It just, you got to keep in mind that if it's not claimed land, that the system is designed to overtake it. That nature, Mother Nature, basically gobbles it up if you're not paying your system, your claim, or your taxes for it. And like I said, paying your taxes is pretty simple in this game. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out in this video is I did talk to the developer around the trees respawning. That is going to be on to make things easier for the system. The way the system works is they're going to refresh the trees maybe once a week. So basically the server will be up a week, and then like midnight of, like, I'm just using this for example, like midnight on a Sunday night, the server will go down for a restart, but when it comes back up, all the trees will be respawned in the world. And that's where a stump is. Anywhere there's a stump in the ground, a tree will respawn during that phase. Now that was what my understanding was about how that's going to work. Now, if you don't want the trees responding, then get your shovel. You make a shovel in this game and dig the stumps out. So when the mechanic gets, when the system says regrow the trees, the trees won't regrow if there's not a stump. So that's how you'll be able to work that out. I think that was how they felt they were going to do it, just to make the system easier for the system to handle than to have trees constantly on a timer and regenerating all the time. And there's plenty of trees in this world. They're quite generous, and because of the new energy system, it will take a long time to cut these trees down. Even if you had 64 people on this thing, it'd still take a lifetime to cut these trees down. I've been playing for, I gotta say, 13 hours, 14 hours, and I've only got this little field done and this little field, but I have a feeling my friend behind me also cut some of these trees down too. So it's not like there's not enough trees. And I imagine if the server became to the fact that there wasn't enough trees, then they would rethink about when they do the tree refresh. Do it daily or do it every 3 days, or that's the easiest way of doing it, I think. Just do it that way, and it's less system resources to keep track of tree nodes all the time. All right, well, that's it, folks. I think I showed you everything that I found with this system. Here's the iron spade that you need to make to dig those roots up. I don't have one. It doesn't matter to me if trees regrow or not, because I took over this building, so there's no trees in this building and never was. So, I'm just basically just trying to help with the testing, and I found it easier to kind of just do it in here, be left alone, because these walls here that came with the building can't be destroyed. The only way people can get into this church is through this one opening. This church has only one opening, and this is it. It obviously has the opening up there because I didn't wall it off. So they would have to get to the second. But I leave the door open all the time, so I don't worry about it. Nobody's been attacking me. I've been doing my own thing, but I felt that if I got somebody wanting to troll me, I can just easily close the door and I can be inside. I got plenty of materials in these crates to do whatever I want in here and be left alone. And that's why I took this building over. It was just an easy way for me to test the game without being bothered by people. All right, well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.